Tennessee. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's driving. Quick throw, it's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball up and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Jackson. past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Titan football. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a throw here to his running back. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield, tell those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Third down, it's Willis. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. Touchdown! Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Adams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr fighting his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. 2nd down coming up. On Play action. Now Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Carr. This is screen to Abdullah. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Willis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points in the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Willis wants to pass it again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's got room at the 30, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dylan Cole. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown! Chigga with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's Hilliard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Willis to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And it's a Titans touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard from 8 yards out. And the Titans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Willis. This is caught. It's Woods. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game,
touchdown Titans! Deshaun Jackson, 45 yards. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Bullock good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now Carr. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bud Dupree, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no